1%, that's what you want to make note of it. Okay, thank you. Yes, Representative McCarthy.
I just wanted to reiterate what the chairman said. We did in fact raise it, I believe, by 50,000, was it? 40 or 50,000?
Yeah, 25 to 30,000.
Yeah, and we're still, but I do remember doing that.
One good use of that subcommittee increased that,
yes,
which was important.
And that was good. Okay, so we have two places where there. Hopefully, what we'll do is have a warmer fall, a more beautiful fall for more business stuff. Any further questions on the jail and House of Corrections? Yes, Representative Treganza.
Yes, the commissioner had cited a figure of 82% at one point.
Yes.
Did you,
right now.
Did you say?
Yep.
Jail.
On the jail.
Oh, right, okay.
If you look on page 9,
Yeah.
and if you look at account number 065, which is the heating expense, and then you go over, their bottom line, they're at 45%, but they're 82% for the heating.
Okay.
So that was the note that we
I see that, thank you.
Okay. Representative Algan.
I just happen to have the numbers. It was budgeted for 120,000, and we did raise it to 150,000. It was 30,000. And the actual expenditure was 133 for last year for that particular account.
Yeah.
Okay. There is some value in our subcommittees for what they do that we may not have caught that if we'd done it all at once, so that's a good thing. Okay, all through with jail and House of Corrections. Let's go to the farm. And I'm sorry that I missed the farm day. I ended up being out of state, and it probably, I'm hoping it was excellent. That's good, so thank you. Go ahead, Representative Treganza.
Oh, just that Representative McCarthy had his hand up, that was all.
Oh, I didn't see that. Representative McCarthy.
I just had a question on the jail. I remember at the last meeting we had a problem with a lot of the unemployment tax expense, and right now the jail is already at 90% on that. They're high on a couple of the others, but I can see where, like travel is probably all done and out of the way now, but I'm worried about the 90% for the unemployment tax, because I think every department is having a big problem with that as well.
It's all paid in the first quarter. That's why there shouldn't be any more in that area, unemployment, on the whole budget.
It is
paid in the first quarter.
Okay, good.
Okay, so everyone will be probably at their max. Okay. Any further questions on the jail, House, and House of Corrections? Okay, let's go to the farm. Any questions on the farm? We are at 40%.
I will say that regarding the farm day, they had a counter, and they counted over 500 people that attended this year as compared to last year. It was very successful. Excellent demonstrations. I can't say any more than that. There were Representative Knox was there, Representative McConkey was there, Representative Merrill. I may be missing somebody. I got you already. Okay. Yeah.
I would assume that Representative Babson would have been.
No, he was not.
He had a family.
Yeah, family thing.
And I'm sorry that I was out of state at the time.
He was too.
So Will must be doing a good job with the piglets.
It was well done.
He did an awesome job.
Yes, and thank you, Extension. I think you were also helping it, right?
The marketing end of it was superb, and I think Cooperative Extension and Will together did a good job in marketing it, advertising it, I should say.
Yeah. So that's good. It was a good thing that we did there. Okay, any other comments on the farm? We're at 40%. Okay, Cooperative Extension. As expected, we're at 50%. We pay them quarterly. Any questions on Extension? Okay, interest expense, we are at 44%. Any questions on that? Seeing none. Okay. Long-term debt. We are at 7%. This is the first year that we did the nursing home, right? Okay, so we're at 7% on that. Regional appropriations.
May I ask, when
Yes.
are these payments due?
Oh, can you tell us when the payments are due? What, are they monthly or what?
It's twice a year, the bond. I believe the large one on the principal was paid in the end of July. So it will show on the third quarter.
Okay, so it's in January and July that we pay it? Okay, twice a year, okay.
What about the others?
Do you, let's see, can you give us, are there the other ones that we have for the sewer, water, and the jail and wastewater? Are those, wastewater's almost done now. No, I don't know if that's true. Do you know, are those once a year or twice a year?
Some are twice a year.
Mhm.
The jail bond is twice a year, also July. So all of they're at 50% basically because they're twice a year and they get paid in January and July.
Okay,
Is that in,
yes.
excuse me, are the payment dates in the annual report?
Are the payment dates in the annual report? Maybe what we need
I
to...
mean, I do have it. We have, I can put it in the annual report, but we have it broken out. We have a chart I've given to the delegation in the past, but if they like it.
Okay. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Representative Umberger.
I would just like to know because,
Because we have some retiring.
yeah, obviously, when bonds are due affects the TANs, you know, the money that we approve for the treasurer to go out and borrow. And because those are large payments and tax money may not be here and all that other kind of stuff. So I would just like to know.
The TAN is paid the end of December.
So I would just like to know when the bond payments are due. So
Okay, so
Yeah,
maybe
we
what
can
we
do
need
it.
to do is have you can send that out electronically to all of us again.
that's fine.
And that we'd be able to do
We
so we
also
wouldn't...
have it on a chart of what's retiring,
Mhm.
so it's,
Okay.
I can do that. And the TAN, like I said, is done December 30th, and all the towns have to have their taxes to us by December 17th by statute, so.
Okay. All right, so that's the long-term debt. All right, regional appropriations. We can go to the, let's see, the child advocacy centers at 50%, home health care at 50%, RSVP at 49%, conservation district at 50%. We're doing those monthly. They send out, I would assume, not monthly, quarterly. Any questions on our regional appropriations? Okay, capital reserves, we're just right there, we're not doing anything. Our convention, we're at 33% as of June. Capital expenditures, administration building, what did we do with the administration building?
Administration building, we changed over all the lights, all electrical in the building,
Mhm.
and we are accepting bids for a panel that would control the heat and the cooling. We haven't awarded that yet.
Mhm.
We're waiting for the bids to come in,
Okay,
but that will be close to using up that 60,000.
all right. And then we're at the farm, you haven't used any of the farm yet. And the jail, we ended up doing some money. What did we do at the extension? We're not doing anything with extension at the moment. And the jail, did we do?
Jason?
What did we do? What did we do capital-wise at the
capital
jail?
expenditures, ma'am, we upgraded our monitors in the control room, and we also had the duct work all cleaned out this year.
Okay, thank you. Monitors and ductwork.
I thought we had money in for computers this year. would be the computer system.
The monitor, did you have money in for a computer system this year?
I meant in the administrative building.
Oh, in the administration building, excuse me. Never mind, that wasn't yours, do we have a new money for a computer system and for the administration building?
Not under capital expenditures.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No.
Then where?
It's in individual budgets,
Okay,
like,
didn't we get a briefing this year on upgrading the computer system? And is that, I mean, am I crazy?
No, you brought someone in to
Right.
figure out how we could, the jail does its own backup and all of that stuff.
Right,
And
right.
then I think that we had a program of what you were doing in here and whether or not we were gonna do any major upgrade.
there's no major upgrades, but there is in the budget, in individual budgets, like in our administration office, there will be new computers purchased there. And that was based on the gentleman that came in and talked about where we should be looking at updating our computers. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess I thought that we had put that in the capital line.
No.
So maybe I can ask, how is that going? Because that was quite a shift in things to improve the ability to
The IT committee has met and they've looked at these computers and they will be purchased probably in this third quarter.
Okay, so we'll get some sort of feel in the third.
Yep.
Okay, I'll make a note to ask that question
Okay.
next.
So we haven't done anything at the moment of what that was, okay. Any further questions on, yes, Representative Algren?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And took me a while to catch up here, but apparently these blue sheets were the last
2010.
year's
Mhm.
from 2010, and thank you for providing those, Kathy, Gary. But just kind of jumping back to the heating cost, that it was mentioned that we pay a lot up front, but if you look at last year's heating expense in the jail in particular, they had spent $68,000 in the first half of the year, and then they ended up spending about $133,000, or roughly, or pretty close to half of their total expenditure of the year. But then when you look at this year, we've already spent $124,000, which means we are on track perhaps to be spending $250,000 for that line item, which is scary. It can't be quite right, but I would think that maybe we should take a look at the amount of gallons that we've used so far in comparison to last year, because all of that can't just be price. If that is indeed the case, there may be something going on that's causing more oil usage.
Could have been an increase in cost per gallon of propane. That accounts for some of
I
that.
agree for some of it, but it just seems to me that propane hasn't gone up that much. From 133,000 to 250,000, that's 65% increase in the price. I know it hasn't gone up that much. Now, sometimes numbers can be funny in payment lines, but maybe looking at the amount of consumption to make sure that we don't have a problem with a leak or something of that nature somewhere, or something that's running we don't realize it is, may be in order, that's all.
Thank you.
Okay, we got that. Let's now go to the page. The general fund overall is at 41% on page 11. And we did go through Sandy's. Do you want, seeing as we didn't have many questions, do you just want to note that the nursing home overall is at 45, or do you want to go through each department, each account? I'm not hearing anything, so pretty soon I'm going to say, go ahead, Representative Umberger.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that it appears that the department heads and the commission is monitoring expenses quite well, and we lost the contact.
Yep.
And that
Briefly?
I hope that we will continue this throughout the next 6 months. I really am very pleased with where we stand at this point in the expenses.
Yes. And it's nice to say thank you to the commissioners and the department heads for the good work that you're doing. Representative McCarthy.